All right, so you're a business owner and you're looking to grow your company. And you've probably tried a bunch of different stuff from Facebook ads, Google ads, working with agencies, trying it yourself, street signs, talking to your neighbors, whatever it might be. You want more customers. You want to grow your business. Kaizen Marketing Agency was started around 10 years ago around the premise that most business owners get screwed over by marketing agencies. They get screwed over by these third parties that say they're going to grow your company, but they don't do what's needed to build the foundation inside your business so you can continuously grow. You're only going to grow with them. We don't believe in that. At Kaizen, we started this company 10 years ago based around ethics, transparency, and ownership back to you, the business owner. And what we wanted to do was create enterprise level advertising systems at a very low cost so that anybody, a small mom and pop shop, all the way up to a Fortune 500 company, has the opportunity to really find success and compound on that success over time. So, what does that really mean, right? Starting off with foundation, we go into any business and build out a rock solid digital online foundation for them. What does that mean? It means one, we make sure your website looks good and your website converts customers. So here's our website here. We develop websites, everything from Shopify, WordPress, Webflow, any type of site that you're looking for, from individual landing pages to a whole new site redesign. We have an amazing design team that can help optimize your site so it's not only designed to look good and feel good, but also convert the customers that land on the website. So we start off with building the website, and you have 100% ownership for that. We don't have a monthly fee. We have a one-time fee. You pay it, you own it for the rest of your life. Second, we set up the foundational aspects of tracking and all of your social profiles. So once you have the foundation of the website, this is where you want to bring all the people. Now you need the platforms that all these consumers are already on. You need to be there to drive the customer to your website. So what are these platforms? This is Google Search, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Hulu, Disney Plus, all of these platforms that have consumers' interest. We're going to get your business on there and drive them to your website to actually make them customers of your business. So after we build out the website, and if you already had it, after we optimize the website, then we set up tracking. And this is owned by you 100%. So we set up a free Google Analytics account and we put tracking on the back end of the website so that you can actually see what's going on. You can actually get real information on what's happening out there in the world and how that leads to traffic to your website and how that leads to revenue to your business. And this is super important because most agencies, when they set up tracking or when they set up anything that actually shows attribution of success, they own it. You don't as the business owner. We're going to change that. We're going to give you 100% ownership. Why is this powerful? Because say we work together for 3, 4, 5 months and then you have a slow season and you want to cut off advertising, or you just want to take a pause, whatever the reason might be, you're still in the position to grow on all the data that we have worked on together. You own that data. You own the understanding of the customers. A lot of times if you work with a marketing agency and say they run advertising for you underneath their own tracking, they reach hundreds of thousands of people. You get a handful of customers, but those hundreds of thousands of people that you reached out to still might have a level of interest. And if you don't own the data, you'll never be able to follow up with those consumers to get them to actually be a customer in your business. Instead, that data just disappears and you're left to start over blank. We believe that's unethical and that's not right. So we make sure you own all of that data. So first, we build out the website, making sure that it's optimized and works correctly. Then we set up tracking to make sure that as we build out these platforms, we know where the consumers are coming from. We know where your money is best spent, and we understand how well your business is doing in actual revenue generating assets, not how many likes or comments and shares you got on social media, but how many people from social media came to your website and started paying you damn money. That's the important thing. Now, the next part, this is where we're really, really, really nerds, right? These social platforms. We built this company 10 years ago based around Facebook and Instagram advertising. Facebook and Instagram advertising is intense, right? If I go here and hop onto the back end of Facebook, you can see that we have worked with hundreds of clients on Facebook and Instagram. There's more. Hundreds of clients on Facebook and Instagram. And if it's a lead generation company like this one, Holland Law, who's generating website leads, or if it is an e-commerce business that's optimized specifically for purchases and online sales, we set up meta advertising campaigns, which is Facebook and Instagram, that look beautiful and are designed to drive real revenue to your business. We have a very unique way of doing this advertising. And what I mean by that is that when we actually set out to do advertising for a business, it's not just let's throw it out there and hope that it works. We put a very structured scientific testing system into every advertising platform that we do. Why do we do this? For two major reasons. One, we want to find results, and we want to find results fast. And the only way to find real results is to test different factors and understand what really works. So through our testing, we find out what works and what doesn't work. Number two, the reason that we have a scientific testing method is we want to give you real answers of what works. Not just so much, hey, you spent X and you brought Y revenue. That's great. That's awesome. We want to make sure that happens. But we want to tell you, hey, you spent X, we brought Y revenue. The best way to talk to your consumers, if they're a brand new customer, is this way. The best graphics to show to a customer that's already been and seen your business is this. The best way to move a consumer from being interested to purchasing is this. And we have very clear answers on what works and what doesn't work in the revenue generating efforts of your business. That way you can constantly improve and embody Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese business term that means 1% progression in business and self every single day. And we hold true to that ideology. We believe that we should constantly improve, from improving our graphics, improving our messaging, improving our targeting. These things should be compounding on itself as we see successful data. And that's those systems that we put into place. The unique thing about Kaizen compared to other agencies is that we are considered an omni-channel, industry agnostic media buying company. That's really our forte. What does that mean? Omni-channel means that we can buy advertising on every platform known to existence. This includes Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, Snapchat, LinkedIn, TikTok, X, Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN, any place that allows us to do trackable based advertising. We have set up campaigns there. We have run the advertising and we have gotten results from it. The biggest difference with Kaizen is we built the way that we advertise on these systems. We don't hire a contractor off Fiverr or some random guy that says he's great with Facebook and just have him run it. I individually have gone through, read all of the algorithms, and as the owner of the company has helped the team develop their own unique style of advertising and structuring of how we put businesses out into the market, depending on their market recognition, depending on their offers and services, depending on their consumer profile. It is extremely unique and custom tailored to your business with a media buying structure that's based around the algorithm of each one of these platforms that we built ourselves. It's very, very unique. But anyways, let's get back to how we actually help. So we start off in building that strong foundation, the website, okay? Making sure the website's optimized. Then we move into making sure that you have tracking and that you can see all the data that's happening. Then we go into the platforms where the consumers live. This is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, all these platforms your consumers are on every day. And we get you onto those platforms and then optimize your profile there. Once that's all done, then it's about the outbound efforts to get in front of those customers. Though that is paid advertising and organic social media. We not only can send a photographer and videographer to your physical location and get raw content of your business and then post it organically on social media, aka on your news feed, but we can also take that content and force that content in front of your ideal customer profile. So that way you ensure that not only you're getting content that represents your business the right way, it gets out there to the consumer so that you, your family, and friends can actually see it on your social profile. But then we drive that in front of your ideal customer that is going to actually bring you revenue. And that's where the paid ads come in. So website's optimized, tracking's in place so you know what's going on. Platforms are optimized so that you look good and the content looks amazing and people are engaging with you and think you're incredible. Outbound advertising to attract the customer into the system. The only thing that I haven't mentioned is to ensure that you actually close the customer. And that's where we help you optimize your internal practices and internal communication through SMS and email marketing. So the COO of this company, Kaizen, is Santi Lozano. He was directly correlated with Klaviyo. He's an email and automation expert, and he's hands-on with every client that truly wants to grow, just like I am. Him combined with me, combined with Ryan Brand, our CMO who does all the creative, create this atmosphere of high intensity media buying structure with a strong follow-up system backed by amazing creative that will put an organization and an overall holistic approach to your business in the market that will drive new customers your way. Super powerful. It's a one-stop shop for any business that allows you to go to one business, get creative developed, get yourself out into the market, drive new customers, and not have to work with 20 different companies, not have to break yourself up and break your ownership up of these assets. You work with one company, you own 100% of all of the efforts, and we work as internal employees to you. Now, finally, what happens when you actually work with Kaizen? This all sounds great, but if I dive in, what does this look like? What's my cost? How am I going to communicate with you? We have a very straightforward pricing method. We do a monthly retainer fee. right? Or a percent against ad spend if you start being successful. What that means is that you walk in at a very low cost. Our monthly management start at $500 a month. You walk in at a very low cost. And then as if we find success and you want to increase your spend to find more success, that's the only time that we charge you more. Otherwise, if you're a small mom and pop shop and you want to find a degree of success every month that slowly builds the business, you'll never get an additional charge from us. So if you want to scale and you want to grow and you want to become massive, either multiple franchises or a multi-million-dollar e-commerce business or a lead generation company that takes over multiple services, we will scale with you only as we find success. Super, super powerful there. And then once you come into our ecosystem, we hold transparency, efficacy, and really heavy levels of communication hard inside of our business through Slack. So as soon as you get added on, within 10 days, we have your tracking set up, your website's optimized, your competitive research is done, creative is being developed for you, and all going to be supplied to you for approval while we add you into a Slack channel where you'll be able to communicate with my entire team. It's taken me 10 years to build a badass marketing team that I'm now offering to every one of our clients. As soon as a client comes in, they basically acquire my entire team that took me 10 years to build, a lot of money, a lot of work, a lot of training, and you get it within a simple handshake. That whole team comes into a Slack channel that you get added to, and you're able to send a single message to get new creative, to change your offer, to get a new campaign out there. One single message, my team takes care of everything, and you feel like you're a part of the team, that this team is actually an extension of you. We send weekly reports every single Monday. We send a 7-day and month-to-date report via Slack. We give an update on the actual data, how much we've spent, how much success we've had, and then really the major part, what we're doing, what we're seeing from our success, and what we're doing next. With the concept of Kaizen in mind, we're constantly looking to improve and evolve your business. Evolve every single day at least 1% and work towards something better. Work towards higher revenue. Work towards a lower cost per customer acquisition. Work towards your business being the biggest name in your local town. Whatever it might be, we're there to help you grow. So if you're a home improvement business, if you're a restaurant, if you're a medical facility, we have worked with over 115 different categories of businesses. And if you're looking to grow on Facebook or TikTok or YouTube or Google search, Kaizen is the business for you. Let's start off with a free audit. The way that we like to do business is we want to give value first every single time. And if you're the type of guy that can put the sweat equity in and you have the team already that will improve your business, they're just not aligned correctly or don't know exactly what to do, we want to give you that information. Start off by, you'll see a little Calendly link, click that link, fill out a time that works for you. You'll sit one-on-one with me directly. We'll do a full audit of your business. And I'm not going to rip you apart. I'm just going to show you what Google looks at your business and what they see. What is people on Facebook and Instagram, what do they see about your business? And show you exactly how your business looks online compared to your competition. And then in that same call, I'm going to give you the game plan. We're going to give you a step-by-step game plan that shows you exactly what you need to do to be successful. And then you got a choice. You either do it yourself and deal with the headache, or you pay us and we handle it for you. It's all it comes down to. At the end of the day, our goal is to be some of the best marketers in the world. And the only way to do that is to have multiple different businesses that we show success with. And we want to show success with your business. And we're confident that we can do it. Working with over 115 different categories, we see the differences of a successful and a non-successful business, especially when it comes to online advertising. So if you want to know exactly how to be successful with your company online, how to see consistent, scalable success and growth, and have confidence that you know what's going on in your business and you have complete ownership of your growth of your company, contact us today, schedule your free audit. We'd love to sit down for a 15 to 30 minute conversation with you and show you exactly what you can do to be successful. And then again, if you can handle it, run it yourself. If not, you don't want to deal with the headache, that's when you hire us.